This is the Belmont Rapid Infuser. I'm now going to show you how to prime the line ready for that patient that's coming in that's going to need the blood urgently. Never use Hartmann's in this rapid infuser. There's always a kit on top here. If you need to replace the kit, there's a kit opposite the linen room in the store cupboard there on the left hand shelf at the top, or you can go to theatres and they will provide you with the kit. The kit consists of the rapid infuser set, which we're going to set up in a moment, and we put 2 bags of normal saline in there ready to prime the line. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the machine on, so it's on at the wall, and then there's a little switch behind the machine here. This needs to be put on, and then the screen will light up and it goes through a self-check. I'll then get both my salines and undo them and hang them up ready. Then going to get my gibbing set, which is in here, and undo that. In this gibbing set there is a heated coil here, as you can see. This is your chamber, and then your 3 points to go into your fluid and then your bloods. It's a good idea to put the chamber in the little holder because that helps. I would also just clip off all of these because then you'll prevent a bit of a disaster. So all of those and that one, so all of those just to start with. Coming down, I'll undo that, I'll do that one as well so everything's locked off. So coming down, here is a little blue arrow. So the first part of the set sits on the shelf with the blue arrow pointing towards the machine. Then the tubing, blue tubing comes round, as you can see, and then the coil, heating coil, there's a little red arrow on there which pops in there like that, so the red arrow points up, and then the red tubing comes round again. To put this piece of tubing in, you need to open up this little thing on top of the device. There's a thing that says hold to open. If you press that down, and then you can just pop that in there, let go, and it closes. Then you close the door and press the door shut like that, and then you're ready to start the priming. I'll close off this one down here as well, and then I'll start priming the line. Okay, I'm going to prime the line, these 2, and I'm going to leave the 3rd one shut off with the little connector shut down there and just use these 2. So I'm going to pop off those 2 bits. And you've got 2 spikes, 1 spike in here, and then I'm going to put the other spike into this one. Again, it's normal saline that we're using, not Hartmann's. This is just to prime the line for when the blood arrives so that we can push the blood through nice and swiftly. Okay, so that's both in. So now I'm going to undo those, and you'll start to see the little chamber filling with fluid. Then I'm going to undo the next bit so it starts to go through. So it's undone, undone, undone here. Leave this one closed, otherwise it will start to spurt out. Okay, so they're both undone, it's going down, and then it's asking me now to prime the line. So I'm going to press the prime button, and it started to prime the line. So So you can do one bag at a time, we could do both together, it doesn't matter. I'm now going to close one off and just leave one open. The tube is filled ready, and it's now asking me to prime the patient's line. So this is the line that's going to go to the patient. Please don't attach it until it is primed. The fluid or the blood is now going to go round, be heated up in the coil, and then all the air will be taken out as well, and then the line will be primed, ready to go to the patient. So I'm now going to prime the line. Remember to undo the little catch at the bottom, and I'm now going to do the priming. So you can see it coming down the tube. No bubbles because it's all been taken out in here, and it's lovely and warm to feel already. There, we're right ready to start on the patient now. So the line has been primed. It then asks us to infuse. So you attach to your patient, and then you can press infuse, and then the screen will show, and you can set your rate that you need. You can do boluses, or you can set it mils per minute, or you can set it as boluses depending on what you want and the speed. The temperature sits at around 37.5, 37.6, sometimes a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit above, but normally in the 37 range, no higher than 37.8 or 9 normally. Okay, so if this was blood, as it starts to get to the end, you'll see in a moment the chamber emptying. This is a good idea then to make sure you've got the other bag of blood up, and then you can just flip it open, and then the blood will continuously carry on. You can then clip this one off because it's now finishing, and add another bag of blood up there if needed. So in a moment you'll see this empty. Will start to empty shortly. That noise. Here goes the tube emptying. So this would be a really good idea then to open your other bag of blood to start coming through, which I will now show you. So you would clamp this one off, like that, and then you can reopen this one, and then you can see the chamber filling again. Okay, so when you've finished giving the blood, you then need to run the saline through so that you get all the blood through to the patient. So as soon as the blood is finished, put up your normal saline bags and start priming the line as such again. But what you're actually doing is pushing all the blood that's in the coils into the patient so they get their full amount of blood. Okay, so when you've finished completely and you've pushed all the blood into the patient that you need to, and you need to take the set out to discard, okay, obviously you stop it. Make sure everything is clipped off, because that's quite important, because otherwise it might spurt out. So everything's clipped off again, and the bottom one, and it's detached from the patient. To open the door, you just push that bit forward and the door opens, and then again it will ask you to open the valve to be able to release the infuser out. So hold down, doors opened, and then you can just pull your whole set out. And then discard appropriately.